So you bagged him. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Sassy, moody, nasty. Acting stupid. What's happening? What's happening? I'm a savage. Classy.
How I do my thank you cards and my business cards. Yesterday I did a video, but I did get a lot of feedback stating that you guys couldn't see me actually working on the cards. So today I am going to do that for you in a live video. These are the thank you cards that I did. I printed them on glitter cardstock, printable glitter cardstock that I purchased from Amazon. I'll make sure that I'll leave the link in this video as well. And then this is my business card. It looks just like a little credit card. I have my logo on it. I have the chip. I have the 16 digits that I chose, the little MasterCard logo, my name, and the expiration date. And you guys see that sparkle? It's like, and then the background that I chose, I feel like it just set it off even more. And then the back of the card has the strip, the card strip, the card signature box, and then it also has my social media names. So I thought it was really cute and fun. I had changed them because my original design that I had, I just felt like it wasn't me. So I wanted to make it a little bit more me. So I'm gonna get started so I can show you guys how I do it. Okay, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna do a totally new design, just so that way I can show you from start to finish on how I do them. What you're going to want to go to is go to Google, select any type of background that you may want to do. I'm gonna do flowers because this is just gonna be a little fake little flower business. Flower background. So then I go to flower background, I click on images. And then I'm just gonna find something that I really like. Let's see. Let's click on roses. And I like this one right here. So I'm just gonna select it, save image as, go to downloads, and I'm gonna put this as a flower card. Save. So that's saved now. Then I'm gonna go back to the Cricut design space. I'm gonna select upload, upload image, browse, downloads. Then I'm gonna select the image that I just recently downloaded. I always hit complex because it seems to make my pictures when they print out a lot more vibrant. That's just my opinion. And you want to save it as a print then cut image. So now that I have that image there, I'm going to just select it and insert images. And now this is how it's going to load up directly onto the Cricut design space. You want to select the unlock button. And I size my cards at 4.0 by 2.25. Just like that. But because we're designing it, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger for the time being, just so that way you guys can see it. Now, I already have certain images that I'm gonna put on it, but I'm gonna take you through the steps. The next thing you want to look for is a credit card chip. PNG because you want it to have a transparent background. And that card is, I'm gonna go with, let's see, transparent, because like I said, you want it to be a PNG background. And I really like the look of that. I think I'll look really pretty with the roses. So I'm just gonna select it, save image as, go to downloads, and I'm gonna rename it to gold chip. I'm gonna save that one. Now I do see a silver chip, so I'm gonna save that one as well because I like that one as well. I'll play around with it to see which one I like. Silver chip. So I now have the chip. You go to upload, browse, go to downloads, and you go exactly to where you just downloaded the image. So it says you have selected an unsupported file. That means I just didn't have a PNG, JPG, GIF, SVG, DXF, or a BMP. So I'm just gonna have to go back to this and exit out of that. I'm trying to find the one that I used. If you can't find one, you can always do this. Save image as. Let me just make sure it's the, so it's a JPEG file, so I can't use that type of file. So let me just show you guys the one that I already have to make it a little bit easier. I have a ton of different images in here, so okay, so this is the one that I found. And we're just gonna make that a little bit smaller because the chip isn't that big. I'm gonna place it right about here. You can place it wherever you feel as though you want. I just grabbed one of my actual bank cards and I just looked at it and I was like, hey, this is how it's supposed to be. But yeah, I have mine over towards the left, not that far from the top part. I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Now, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to enter, make your card number. So you go to text, and this is how I did it. I just put 1, 2, 3, 4 space 1, 2, 3, 4 space 1, 2, 3, 4 space 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is my 16-digit card number. I'm gonna unlock that and make that smaller. And then you want to go right up to the top where it says fill and select print, because this is going to be a print then cut image. You have to make each item, item or text that you're putting onto this card a print then cut image. And you just put it exactly how you want it. Move it over a little bit. And now you're going to put your valid through. That's for your expiration date. So I did it one at a time. When I originally did my cards, but I'm going to do it all together this time. Like I said, you want to make sure you change it to a print object. So where it says fill, you just go to print. Now I'm gonna make that smaller. I'm just gonna go right about here. Just want to move this up a little bit more so I can have enough space to do my MasterCard portion. Okay. And now you just make up an expiration date. I'm just going to put 240. So February of 2040 is when it will expire. You want to make sure that's a print object as well. So I have that. So I just put that right underneath that valid through. And now in order to make the MasterCard logo, you're going to want to go to Shapes, select a circle, and you're just going to automatically duplicate it. Change both of them to a print object and select the color that you want to do. So because I see a lot of pink in here, I'm going to do the circles. Do them a yellow color. Yeah, like this yellow. And then this one is gonna be a pink color. So you just go to colors. If you don't see a color that you don't that you like, you can go to advanced and pick the right shade that you want. That's what I'm gonna do right now. So that's perfect. So you just take both of the circles and you want to put them on top of each other almost, just a little bit, just so that way it looks like that. Then what you do is select both of them and hit the flatten button. When you click on flatten, it will make it a all-in-one image, if that makes sense. So that way, if I move it, it's all one image. When it gets cut, it's gonna be cut one image. It wouldn't be one circle and then another circle when it's cutting. So now that I have that, I'm gonna just make that smaller. And you just want to put it right at the bottom of the card. I'm gonna move this over a little bit. And then you just want to create whatever your name is. You can create it however you want. I'm just gonna put Flower Sensations. That's gonna be the business name that I'm creating. So Flower Sensations. Make sure that that's a print. And you put that right at the bottom because that's the business name. And then for the MasterCard logo, you're just gonna put Bumblebee. I'm just gonna use Bumblebee because bumblebees work with flowers. So I'll just put bumblebees. Make sure you click on print. Like I said, each time you do a text object, when you're trying to do a print and cut, you're gonna need to change it to a print object, a print fill. It's right here at the top. Then you want to just make it small enough so it can fit in both of the circles, which it does. And because it has bumblebees and flowers, I'm going to find a bumblebee. Bumblebee PNG. I want a real bee, so that was funny that I typed Bumblebee PNG and the Transformer Bumblebee pulled up, but that is not the one that I am looking for. So I'm going to put in Bumblebee and flowers PNG. Let's see if something shows up. Okay, so I actually like this honeybee hive bumblebee, but because we're doing flowers, I have to find something with bumblebee and flowers. Sometimes you have to expand your search because it doesn't want to do what you want it to do, I should say. So I think this bumblebee is really cute. So I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to rename it so I can find it a lot easier. Because this already has flowers, I think the bumblebee would just be really cute right there. So we're just going to keep it plain and simple. Now it's a PNG background, so you don't have to worry about taking out the background of anything. Save it as a print and cut. Select it and then insert an image. And we're just going to make it small enough. And voila, that is how you do a business card, a credit card themed business card. You can put a lot more if you want. It's however how you want it. I just wanted to show you guys a simple tutorial on how I created my business cards. And that is the business card I created for myself with Cricut Design. I'm going to show you the next step on creating the back part of the credit card. So what you're going to do is you're going to select the background part and you're going to just duplicate that. And then right where it says flip, you're going to flip horizontal. So that way when it's, when you tape it onto the back, it will pretty much show the image on the same side as the front part. Now for this, it has flowers. So what I'm going to do is look for a pretty yellow glitter background. Because that's what I'm going to use for the strip part. This one is really nice. So I'm just going to save that. Downloads. And here I'm going to hit upload, browse, and go directly to the image that I just downloaded. and then save as a print and cut, and insert that. So this one is a little bit big. I need to rotate it just so I can have it vertical. Bada boom. And then you just have to resize it so it is thin and long enough for the back of the card when you're first creating it. But the size of the card should be 4.0 by 2.25. I just have it enlarged so that way you guys can see it. And now that's the strip part. And then you're going to go to shapes, click on square. Make sure you change that to a print object. And I'm just gonna choose a pink background. Now this is gonna be for the signature box. You don't really have to have the signature box that long. Just need to have it big enough for a signature to actually fit. You just center it in the middle pretty much. It's not supposed to be the same length as the actual strip. So I just make mine just big enough where I feel comfortable that, you know, like a signature could go, like how I did this. And now what you can do if you have a Facebook or Instagram, YouTube, or Snapchat, you can go directly to Google and search for Facebook logo PNG. This is what I selected. So you just go to it, you save it as an image. I already have the image, so I'll just upload it for you guys. So I have Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. I do have a YouTube channel as well. But I just didn't put that on my cards. It just wasn't enough space. So I just use my 3 main ones. And what you're going to want to do is resize them so that way they're small enough and big enough for you to still see them. Then we're going to text the signature line. So I'm just going to put Flower Girl. That's the name of the person who has the business Flower Sensations. So you want to make sure you change that to a print. And I'm going to put it right in the middle because I want to add some flowers. So let me see if I have any single roses. I really like that, but that doesn't match with what I'm doing. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to use this flower just because. Whoa, that's a pretty big flower. So you have to resize it, of course. I'm just waiting for it to get to the right size that I need. And then I'm just going to duplicate it because I want to put 2 flowers at each end. And voila. Now we can add the Facebook logo. Put it right here. The Snapchat logo. Excuse me, the Instagram logo. And then the Snapchat logo. And then you would put your names for each social media site. I'm just gonna put flower. 1, 2, 3 for Facebook. I'm gonna use the same one for all 3 of the images just so that way I can show you in the video. And you just wanna make sure you have it for Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Voila. And that is how you create the credit card business cards. Like I said, you can put a lot more. It's however you want to design them. The possibilities are endless. And now I'm going to show you a thank you card. Before we do that, we're going to attach this. And then you want to just flatten it. That way you know it's going to be a print and cut image. It's going to cut just around the rectangular shape, and it's not going to cut each individual item that you place on the card. I'm going to do the same thing with the back of the card. And then we're going to resize them to the actual size that they need to be, which is 4.0 by 2.25. We're going to do the same thing for the back, 4.0 by 2.25. So that is the front and back of the card. Now we're going to do a thank you card. So what you can do is you can keep the same pattern as your business cards, or you can create something new. I'm going to just keep it uniformed for this video. And I'm going to make it bigger so you guys can see it. I'm going to upload that bumblebee again, because we're going to need him on our thank you cards. And then you want to put thank you. And make sure that you change that to a print. And I put mine at the top. You can put it however you like. But I put it right at the top, in the middle. And then you just want to put whatever your text is going to say. I'm just going to create something just so that way you guys can see. Change that to a print. Oops, didn't mean to capitalize that. Okay, so let me change that to a print. And I'm gonna put it right next to this so that way it can. You have to separate when you're trying to type a whole bunch, you have to separate it in Cricut Design Space. Otherwise, you'll have this huge line with whatever text you were trying to put, and you can't do it that way. So whenever you're trying to write a long message or something of that sort, just break it up in pieces and then piece it together, if that makes sense. So tag us in a photo with your beautiful flowers, and then I'm just gonna put, we appreciate business. Change this to a print. I'll just put it right there. And then see you soon. And then make sure you change that to a print as well. Select it all. Once you're finished, put in whatever you want to put on the thank you card and flatten. And then you want to unlock it so you can resize it. Like I said, 4.0 by 2.25. And then you have your thank you card to match your business cards. So I'm going to reposition my camera so that way I can show you how to cut everything and put it together. I'll be back soon. I am back. So now what we're going to do is we are going to print the image and cut it out. Let me get closer. Sorry about that. You want to click on Make It. It's going to load up. So the black line that you see right here, that represents the cut line, the scan line for the Cricut machine to read where these images are. Then you want to hit continue, send to printer. You're going to want to take add bleed off because you don't want to waste any ink that you don't need to. And then I have a few different printers, so I'm going to select my HP printer. And then you want to hit print. I'm just using regular copy paper for this tutorial because I don't want to waste my glitter cardstock paper. So you want to go to copy paper because that's what I'm using. And then it's gonna print. And then this is what it would print out like. So now let me get the Cricut mat. This is the mat that I'm using. It's a 12 by 12 Cricut mat. This is the light grip one. Just want to position this on here, right in the corners, right against the edge. Flatten it down. Oops, sorry guys. I have to put a little bit of tape on this paper due to the fact that my mat is not all the way sticky. I have to clean all my mats again. And then I just pull it out a little bit. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Then you want to load it in. You want to hit the little button, the little arrow button. And then you're going to want to click on the little Cricut button. It's going to start to scan the image. And you will also see on the computer it says that it is scanning. So now at this point, it's gonna start cutting. And it's just cutting. Don't mind that rug in the background, guys. That's my little shag rug that I use for my all my pictures and everything. Then you want to unload your mat by clicking the little arrow directly on the Cricut machine. Give me 1 second, guys, so I can pull this off of here. And then I'm going to show you how I put it together. Really quick and easy. So this is what it will look like. This is the back of the card. And then this is the front of the card. Oops, sorry, I don't know if you can see that. That's the front of the card. And then this is the back of the card. And then this is our little thank you card. Okay. So what I did yesterday with mine, because I used cardstock paper, this is just regular copy paper. I just took my Scotch Advanced tape glider. I put tape directly on the back side of the card and a little piece of tape right in the middle. Then you'll have it just like this. You just take the back of the card, line it up. want to make sure I get it directly on the edge. Okay, so voila, that's what it will look like on the back side. Don't mind the little sticky part. It's only like this because I have, this is just regular copy paper that I printed it out on. Yep, that's what it will look like. And then you would have your matching thank you card. So guys, if you like that video that I just showed you on the tutorial on how I created the business and thank you cards in Cricut Design, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. I would really appreciate it. I love all of you guys, and you are my crafting babes. But this is the front of the card that we just created in Cricut Design Space. And then this is the back. This is the thank you card. It only looks this plain because I use regular copy paper, but we don't have to worry about that. It was just a tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be seeing you soon. I'll be doing another tutorial later on tonight.
So you bagged him. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie.